up, guys? I'm back with another video, and I am going to make a video of 10 things that retail workers hate. And if I'm looking down, I have it all written down on this little piece of paper so I didn't forget anything. And so the first thing I'm going to start out with is number 1. So at the place that I work at, it's a discounted store. So back in the fitting room area, there is always a worker back there because that is where we have a lot of people steal. So we have this T-stand thing that people will have to hang up their items so we can count, check the hard tags to make sure they're on all the way, and make sure all the tags are on there. And so it's something we have to do. And we get so many complaints about hanging up your items on a T-stand. It's the most frustrating thing because we have to, and because it keeps people from stealing from our store. And whenever I ask them to put up their items on a T-stand, they're always like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? Why can't I bring my items with me? Well, we can only take in clothing to the fitting room. We can't take in shoes, belts, any other items. And we have so many people that do not get that. And when I'm like, hey, I can hold your items for you while you going to try on your clothes, they're like, really? I can't take in my shoes to try on with my dress? Really? I can't try on this belt with my jeans?
Yes, you can.
Because you're not allowed to take it in the fitting room. So that's the number 1 reason I absolutely hate, because people complain all the time about the fitting room. And I mean, it's my job. I don't make the rules. So if people would stop stealing, then we probably wouldn't have that problem, honestly. So number 2, okay. I love working on Saturdays, but because it's like the busiest time ever. It's super, super, super busy. And I just realized I didn't put mascara on my eyelashes. Oh. Okay, but Saturdays is the busiest time just because everyone wants to shop on Saturdays, and we actually have some really, really cool stuff on at our store. So we are always super busy, and because we are always super busy, we have a forever long line. And I cannot stress enough how annoying it is when people come up to my register. It's like, oh my gosh, I was in the line for like 2 hours, and we need more cashiers, and all this stuff. It's so annoying. And I'm like thinking, if you don't like it, don't come on Saturdays. Like, it's not that hard. And every single customer that complains to me about it, I'm always like, well, it's Saturday, we're always busy. Like, it's annoying. I seriously say the same thing every single time because people, they're just annoying with that. Like, it's a retail store. Get over it. And I'm sorry that you have to stand in line for like 30 minutes because we're always busy on Saturdays. So I'm so sorry. Like, the third thing is the return line. Okay, so we have an actual line where you're gonna buy your items, and then we have a return line where there's only 3 registers that can take care of you. We have 10 registers and only 2, 3, and 4 can return your items. And so a lot of the time there's a person on register 2, sometimes and most of the time there's a person on register 4, and then everyone else is down the line. And so everyone down the line takes the purchases, and the people that do returns take like 2 purchases and then 1 return, and then like go back and forth. I think it's so annoying that these customers, okay, so let's say it's Saturday, the busiest time, okay? And then these customers are like waiting in line for like a half an hour, and then there's a return line also. So it's hard to like balance back and forth on Saturdays just because it's so busy. So what I do is I usually take like 3 purchases, and then I take like 2 returns just because it gets so busy. And so what's frustrating is that we'll have people complaining in the return line that they're not getting helped right away when they've literally been standing in line for 2 minutes compared to the people that's been standing in line for 30 minutes. So it's just really frustrating when people are complaining. I feel like retail is just all about complaining, really, honestly. Okay, number 4, people throwing stuff everywhere. I don't know if it's just a discounted store or what, but like people seriously throw everything everywhere. It's so frustrating. We have like an aisle full of towels, and we make it all pretty by the end of the night, so when we open in the morning, they're all ready to go. By the end of the day, if we don't like consistently go and fix it, it's like literally thrown everywhere because people will like take a towel, open it up, see that they don't like it, and then push it back in the thing without even folding up. I did not know it was so hard to fold up a towel just to put it away. Or we have those people that we have like these little J hooks, and we put like socks and everything on it, and people just like to pick it up, look at it, don't like it, throw it on the floor. I don't know why, but people like to throw stuff everywhere, and it's super annoying. I've went to any high-end store, I feel like no one would throw anything on the floor. Just because I feel like it's a discount store, everyone thinks that, oh, it's okay, I don't care, I'm just gonna throw my stuff all over the floor that I don't want. And it's annoying. Number 5 is people stealing. This is the number one thing that I don't understand, because we have an SPS guy, which is kind of like security, and like the people know that we're watching them. Like, we have regulars that come in and always steal from our store, and we know who they are. We always follow them around, and they know that we know that they steal. The only thing that we can't like, I don't think that we can confront them or anything. We just have to like catch it on camera for them to never come to our store again. But like, there's this guy that comes in, he's homeless, and he comes in and steals so much stuff, and I've caught him before, and like, I don't know, we just let him keep coming in basically. But it's just so frustrating because we know and we see you stealing, so why do you keep coming in here and stealing? And number 6, we in the line we have these like hanger islands where people can hang on their hangers from their outfits that they're buying onto there, so it's faster just for the register. So we have these hanger islands so people can hang their clothing up there, and when people start not to, we make an announcement like, hey, will you put your hangers on the island, just help speed up the process a little bit, and so on and so forth, okay? And so what is frustrating about that is that people, like, you'll make the announcement like clear enough for everyone to hear, and they will come up to your register and still have the hangers on their clothes, which is the most frustrating thing, because you have to sit there and take all the hangers off of these clothes, and it's literally taking like 10-15 minutes when it should only take like 5 or less than that. But there was this person that came in, that came up to my register after I made the announcement, and had, I'm not kidding you, like 50 clothing items. Like, I'm not even joking. So she just puts all her stuff on my counter, and I'm literally sitting through it, taking all the hangers out, and she's like,
yeah, you could have, after I made that announcement.
like, I don't know if people are like lazy and don't want to do it, but whatever. Number 7, so we have a lot of people that get one of our big carts. Like, we have a smaller cart and then we have big carts, and they will literally pack it full of items and just leave it random places. Like, think, oh, I guess I don't need this, or I gotta go somewhere else. They just leave it all in one thing. So like at the end of the night, we have to go around and put all the go backs up. I mean, it's our job and everything, but it's just annoying that people are putting carts full of items and just leaving at random places. Like, it's just annoying. Okay, so number 8 is, okay, so we have the restrooms in the fitting room area, and we always have people come back there like, where's the restrooms? Do you have the restrooms and everything? And so we have the restrooms, like, okay, so if you're like facing the fitting room, we have women's fitting room on one side and the men's on the other side. And then where the women's is, there's like, it like goes around a corner and there's the restrooms. So I don't know, this is kind of small, but it's like frustrating to me when people are like, they're like, oh, where are the restrooms? And I point it where they're at, and we have to like push a button for it to open. So we have a little button that we push and we're like, okay, go ahead, it's open. I don't know what their head is thinking, but like on the door of the restrooms, it says restrooms on it. And people will literally go past the restrooms and go into the women's fitting room. It is so frustrating because you always have to be like, the restrooms are this way through that door, and I'll like tell them it's through that door, it's open, even though it looks like it's locked, it's open, and they'll go right past it. I'm like, really? Like, there's big letters of restroom on the door. Like, I don't understand. Okay, number 9, this brings back to Saturdays when it's super busy. So on Saturdays we have a lot of people that call out, and I wouldn't say a lot, but like we have like maybe 2 or 3 people that call out because it's Saturday and it's busier and people want to do stuff on Saturdays. I don't know what the reason is, but we're always short of cashiers. We literally hear all the time that we literally get so many complaints about there not being enough cashiers. And like, I don't know why you're complaining to me about it, but I can't do anything about it. Like, we have people going to breaks, like we have to have like a break schedule, so we have to send people to breaks, lunches, and everything. And yeah, Saturdays are busy. There's like, and we are shortage in staff. So obviously the line's gonna be kind of long. So I'm sorry that we don't have enough cashiers for your liking. So number 10 is, okay, so people come in and they shop for all these items. They literally fill their basket full of stuff. And they come into your register and they're like, oh, I should have went through this in the line on which one that I wanted and which ones I didn't. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I can just put the go backs on the racks that I have back here. I'm not kidding you. Someone came up to me with like 30, 40 items, only took 2. The most frustrating thing, because we don't have enough room behind our registers when our like go back carts are already filled up. Okay, so that wraps up things that retail workers hate. But I do want to say I do love my job. I am going to make another video of 10 things that retail workers love, but I just do want to say that I love my job. I love my customers, I love my coworkers, I love everything. So, well, not everything, because I just told you the reasons that I hated. But other than that, I do love my job, and this is probably the best job that I've ever had. So yeah, so go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and go ahead and share, and also comment some ideas that you want me to do. Like, I have a thing coming up of like military kind of thing. I don't know, maybe you'll check it out on Mondays. Like, so I am going to try to upload videos maybe a couple times a week, but I also have work, so it's hard to like balance it together. So yeah, so go ahead and like and subscribe, and yeah, and also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and I think that's it.